Good morning, guys. Hope the session last night was helpful, whoever attended. And for those that could not attend, for the premium members, we will post it today. Editing is already going on. SPY is very straightforward. If we take out 470.50 and it holds 475, 480 is very likely. And if we don't take out 470.50, we either consolidate and maybe we might see around 465, 464. And now I'm going to go over the 4-hour chart because T was just looking at it, and he said on the 4-hour chart, his analysis is that it's a possibility that if we take out this high, which is 470.50 almost, that we rally for the next 2 days, right? So those are his comments, and I agree with him, and that's possible, right? But 470.50 takeout is a must, right? I mean, market is at all-time highs, no negative news yet, right? Maybe intraday we might see some shift up and down. Let's see, but for now, just play the levels. The market is giving us fruit, eat it. Simple as that. But you do want to manage your accounts, obviously, right? Qs, same thing. I want to see more strength in Qs, take the all-time highs, and then let's see where we head from there. But overall, the market is bullish. I don't want to start drawing all these historical charts that this is going to happen, like, because I've been seeing them being drawn by some good people. When I say good people, these are well-known traders. They're drawing those charts that this is the top, is going to crash. This is the top, is going to crash. This is the top, is going to crash. The only thing I learned in the last 2 years since I've been trading full time is just play the levels. Levels matter. They're their truth. That's it, right? For me to predict something, why, right? Just play the levels as a truth, right? I mean, I can be cautious and manage my size if something was to happen, but don't try to predict. Play levels. You will be fine. Manage because you're trading. If you're investing, then obviously a different approach to it, right? Now the charts that I do want to go over today, first I have lows and target. One thing that I do want to point out, yesterday when HT gapped up on earnings, so when HT gapped up on earnings, it ran all day, all right? And look how beautiful this is. Wow, I didn't even look at my HT chart yesterday. I have these drawn from many weeks, and look at this. Look where it stopped right here. This is a perfect, I think if it breaks out this trend line, we might go higher, right? But if it doesn't, then obviously, we might dip. So it's right, Home Depot is right at resistance. But lows, keep, so, okay, so here we go, guys. HT weekly bumping has with resistance. This comment was made a few weeks back. I posted this chart. Break of 340, close above, can give a multi-week run to upside, and look how beautifully this played out. So this was given to you by my stock life. Lows, same thing. In the same similar sector to HT, a little dip, and if it takes out the high of the day, this stock can run all day, just like Home Depot, just like HT, right? If it gives a little dip and takes out the high of the day, you guys already know that pattern by now. I covered it many times. MACD is also giving us a signal, and yesterday it already gapped up with HT. Today it can run again towards 260, 265. It's a possibility that can happen. On the other hand, Target is gapping down, right? Is more similar to Walmart, right? Lowe's and HT are more similar to each other. Target gapping down. Earnings were beautiful. The reason they're gapping down is because I think the comments that they made, they're trying to keep prices low for consumers, right? As an investor or people who are loaded, why do they care about prices? They want the prices to be high for consumers because Target and Walmart, they're the needs, right? The products that they sell, I mean, most of them, they're the needs. They're not the wants, right? I mean, you need to go to those stores to buy those basic needs. So I think that's the one thing that the market is taking negatively, that they're trying to keep the prices of the products low, because that obviously turns into low profits and low revenues. So that's the issue there. So Target might do the same thing as Walmart, right? Walmart gapped, gave us a little rip, and then it just gapped down all day, right? Continuing to all day, we fill this gap. So Target, similar can happen. Or maybe Target rips all day, I have no idea, right? So personally, I will avoid playing these stocks right now. I just want to see a little balance, a little hold, and then maybe we can get back in. But Walmart 154 is a number that all you guys need to know. Above 154, clear skies. And then rest, next I have, so Walmart I also covered, kind of Lucid, gapping up again in pre-market, right? Now, it's already filled this gap. Just know this, the 60 plus hold on Lucid is very hard, right? 60 plus hold on Lucid is very hard. The reason they're gapping up, they have more comments from the company today that the demand is high. There are a lot more orders coming in, right? But again, does the market cap or the value, does it justify? Another thing is big retail investors in this as well, because when Tesla ran a lot. So many people are probably comparing this to Tesla, but Tesla is completely different. I think they're way ahead of the game. So there's a lot of FOMO in Lucid. Just don't be that person if you're trading it, getting stuck near the top and buying these expensive options. If it continues your way, fine, you'll make a lot of money, but the premiums are jacked. We caught this run, we made our money, I took my exit. Now I'm just gonna let this chart settle, let the premiums drop in the coming weeks, coming months, and then we'll catch it again. But if it keeps going up, then I'll just simply miss the trade. Simple as that. So Lucid, be careful, the premiums are jacked. If you're a new trader, if you have FOMO, please don't be that person. Tesla, Elon Musk sold another $973 million worth of shares. The stock's up pre-market. 1070 is a magnet level, right? Last week when everyone was analyzing it, right? Fine, but the 1070, I did not know I was going to be right, but it was just something that I thought that was very likely, that 1070 was going to be a magnet. Why was 1070 going to be a magnet this week? Because there's certain technical patterns when the stock makes a top right here. So this is something that you guys can learn. Because before it broke out, these two candles right here, 1070 was what it was struggling with. And once they broke out of 1070, the stock had a nice little run. And then we made a toppy pattern near 1200, a nice little dip. And this pattern right here, and this stop, right? This stop right here is like a break for the stock. No matter what it does here, it was likely that the stock was going to come visit this zone in the coming days, no matter what, no matter how much it dipped or no matter how much it went up by. One or the other, even if Tesla went up on this candle, then maybe we would have had a red candle this week to visit this number. That 1070, that's the reason I looked at it. Then I looked at some OI interest. So that's where I got that 1070 from last week. That was a must visit, right? And I stayed away from it because I did not know how it was going to play out, I'll be honest, right? And now I'll tell you guys one more thing. On Tesla, premiums are jacked both ways. If it runs, great. But otherwise, it's going to burn premium both ways. So be careful if you're playing Tesla next week or this week. And next week is a short week. Thursday, we have the day off. And then Friday, it's only half day. So be careful what you're buying. I would buy December 3rd. All right. And then I have Amazon. Pretty straightforward. We take out 3580. If we take out 3580, that's strength. And then 3600 hold is a must. Above 3600 is clear skies until 3750 pretty much. 150 point move. Does it happen? I don't know, right? So just have patience. And I do have some long-term options and I do believe it goes higher, but when does it go higher? Today, tomorrow? I have no idea. Maybe they dip it down. Goldman Sachs came out with the news that's a stock pick of the year for year 2022, which is very bullish, right? So if we take out the highs of Monday, not yesterday, but Monday, if we take the highs of Monday, which is 3593. So if we take out 3594, so 3580, 3594, and then through 3600, we might have a run all the way towards 3700, and it's possible today or tomorrow, right? But 3600 is must. So above 3600, if it holds, you can play some options, keep a tight stop loss, and enjoy the ride, right? But again, if it does not break those levels, don't try to gamble, don't try to catch it because the options are expensive. All right. Baidu. Good earnings. Their numbers were great. I did not read too much up on it, right? But gapping up a little pre-market, obviously not the move that you want to see on earnings, but at least it's holding green, right? So technical in play is a good thing that's not leaving a gap. If it sets up for the coming weeks, I think this is one play that's on my list for sure, right? I'm pretty sure one of my other admins might also be looking at this. T likes playing this name as well. But if we can take out this 180 plus on Baidu, right, 178 is a must hold. And if we get through 180 and we hold, then we have all these micro levels first, 185, 191-ish, and then all the way towards 210, right? The premium is a bit calm on Baidu right now, but let's get a few more days. Let's see if we can get that 178 hold and through. And if Baidu goes through 180 today and holds, that's very bullish for the China or Chinese stocks overall, right? So let's keep an eye on that. Baba, they have earnings today, I believe. Tomorrow pre-market. So Baba has earnings tomorrow pre-market. Does it do the same thing as Baidu? I'm not expecting a big move on Baba because the last few earnings it gave us no move, to be honest. Like you guys can check. So this earnings, does something different happen? The only thing is the worries from China that we all know of. But the best thing about here now on this is that Baba finally made more than a 2-month long base, which it failed to do so. It tried making it here, but then it kept giving up gains. So does it break out of this box? Do we take above the 200-day moving day average? Do we get the cross, right? The golden cross, I believe it is. The 50-day above the 200 DMA, right? And then maybe the run starts, right? So Baba earnings, I think they will be great. I'm pretty sure based on this stock value at 168, the earnings will be much better. Right? The stock should be worth 250, 300 in my opinion. But let's see. So let's see what earnings give us tomorrow. The premiums will calm down, and if this settles for the coming weeks, we might even go long into 2024. I'll start a new position maybe in January, Feb, right? Or maybe next month if I get the move, right? 180 investors confidence, 220 confirmation. You guys all know this. Now, apart from this, Shopify. So shop, I wanted to buy some butterflies yesterday based on this strength. I was not getting my fill. I waited for 3 hours, but finally I got my fill. Right, I bought the, so what I did basically, I bought the range on Shopify. So let's do a little lesson here. So I bought the 1750 calls, okay. I sold 1780 calls, and I bought 1810 calls. Right by looking at it, what's the max profit here? Max profit, $30, which is $3,000 per butterfly. My cost here was $1.60, so which is $1.60, right? So almost like 1800 or 1900% play possibility, right? So I bought this entire range, so I'll draw this, right? So, and I'm guessing that, not guessing, my predictions are that Shopify closes somewhere above by Friday 1750 and near 1810, so around this range, in this range, right? So if I get the 1780 1790ish pin, we'll make a lot of money on these butterflies. I didn't go in too heavy, I went in small because I'm looking for a high ratio on this. So maybe we consolidate, maybe we run a game today, or maybe we run Thursday, Friday, I have no idea. But I'm expecting this range based on the strength. Can it fail? Of course it can fail. Maybe they take our yesterday's low and then we go into the negative territory, right? So that's the reason I bought my butterflies, because I do see this range touching. There's a lot of strength. Boeing, right? Great news are coming out. Great news. Yesterday downside move did not make no sense to me, right? I don't know why it went down so much personally. But today, again, I think there's some good news. They're gapping up nicely pre-market. But Boeing, the number that matters here, I'll give you guys right now, is 232. If it takes a 232 and it holds, there's a good possibility that we see 240 and 250 this week or next week or in the next 1-2 weeks. Personally, I would play with spreads and or even calls alone. They'll be going for a little less right now. But just be careful. But it does need to hold 232 to the upside. Some of you guys are in leaps. Congrats. I think your leaps are up. Just manage accordingly. Because above 32, it is hard, okay? But if we get 240, 250, then the nice little uptrend starts on the weekly basis. Any other tickers that you guys have, just type them in, guys, please. Pfizer continues great news, right? It's a 2-decade chart in play. The reason I keep going over this is because if it does break over 51, 52, a lot of 20, 30 cent options will go to $3, $4, right? Just like Ford. So just keep an eye on this. We're already in. Now we're just having this nice little trend. Okay, so I hope you guys will catch it. If I go on the line chart of monthly, so let's run a monthly line chart, right? So sometimes you don't always have to look at the candles. Sometimes it's just good to look at the line chart, right? Look how beautiful it looks, right? We're probably gonna get this little dip here. We're probably gonna, MACD is showing extreme strength. We're probably gonna get this little dip right here, which we already got now. And if we break out, this is gonna go something like this. Right? It's a possibility, and with all these COVID news, with all these possibilities, the profits they're making, I think it's time for this stock to take over, right? I only compare it with one stock. I'm not saying the same thing's gonna happen on Pfizer, but I'm just saying even if you catch this move, and if it happens, right? So Pfizer, we're in this stage right here. So on Pfizer, we are right here in this stage right now, right? Even if you happen to catch this one little move in the coming months on Pfizer, a lot of small options will increase by a lot if it happens. All right, and the MACD is also or something like this right here on Pfizer. So keep an eye on this, and something like this can happen. I'm not saying Pfizer's going to do the same thing. They're both totally different, right? Microsoft, very impressive last few years with cloud and with all the revenues they're coming up with. But Pfizer, even if you catch a $3-4 move to the upside and it happens, the returns are amazing. ATBI, again, another news stock. Wow, right at the 50-day moving day average. So here, let's just go over some line charts today. I like them. If we can continue above this, if we can get above the 50-day moving average, above the 50-day, which is $70, roughly 68. Now on ATBI, after all these news which are priced in now, I think if we can get a 70 hold, we might get a run all the way towards 77. So towards 77. If you're holding leaps, I wouldn't be worried, right? But obviously for some time, there might be a little turbulence here, right? Because those news, now the employees walking or whatever it was, and whoever's getting the sexual assault, so something's up, but technically 70 is what I would wait for, right? And so I will not rush into this stock. I will say this because right now they're gonna need to adjust this news. I don't think it bounces fast. They're probably gonna keep this stock in this range for a few weeks at least, ATVI. So they might keep it between 65, 75 for many weeks, right? So let's keep an eye on this. DKNG, the monthly doesn't look too great on it, but yesterday we bought some short-term options 2 weeks out. I believe December 3rd we bought, right? We're simply looking for this reversal, right? It broke the bear flag last week, last week, but it's just at a very strong support level. I'm simply trading this name. I'm not attached to it. I don't care what happens. As soon as it gets 41 plus, I will see if it holds 41, if it gives me 42, and I will exit my trade for 100% whatever profits I get. However, if we take our yesterday's low, which was 38, 33, so if we take below 38, 33, then obviously the trade might be a fail. Then we probably likely see 35 on DKNG, right? So I also know my downside levels. So I did not go too heavy. I went in very small, right? But if I catch that 41, 42 support bounce, just a technical, nothing but a technical play, right? Because they dropped from all the way from 64 to the 39. That's a huge drop, right? And then there are also some big institutions buying this stock. So let's see. So 41, 42 is what I'm looking for. Nilesh Koti, just for you, right? I think a lot of flow came into this name. A lot of flow was coming into this name, but I do want to let you know one thing now. The flow, when the flow was coming in this name, the stock was trading right here, okay? Now, this has moved up a lot. Be careful here, it's at resistance. It filled the gap right here. If you see, it almost filled the gap right here, okay? It basically needs to take out the Monday's high. If COTY takes on Monday's high, then we have much higher towards the next level, which is 1180-ish, all right? Bucky DD, I think a great stock, great chart. The reason, because a lot of my friends, myself, we use this, right? So any app product I use, I think they're great. On the daily, just building a little bull flag, but again, need some good news from China. Is making a very strong base here, right? A box breaker. If we can just get that $9.50, $10 push, or maybe 10, if we can get that $10 push on this name, right? So a $10 hold and push through, you can catch a $1 trade, and that $1 trade can be beautiful. You can basically double your options on it, right? And then we have all these gaps, and then let's see where it goes. Usually it's good companies. Sometimes on IPO they take them down low, they beat them up, but so far it's just building a very strong base. But again, be careful here. They can easily do this also in the coming months. They can easily go something like this and just make that little pattern that we've been seeing on many stocks lately, right? So be careful, don't fall in this trap, right? So wait for the breakout and try catching that $1 squeeze, whatever it might be, and keep your stop losses tight. Don't get stuck in trades like this. Pause stocks Tilray, I think it's acting beautifully. We're up huge on our leaps, right? We're up really nice. It's just holding levels. News are coming out. I think it was a senator from North Carolina, a lady that presented the bill, I believe. I was reading this morning. But if we take out the opening price of Monday, which was 1337, so 1337 yesterday tried but failed. So if we take out 1337 opening price of Monday and we close above it, that confirms the uptrend for short term, at least pull towards 200-day moving average, right? Which is roughly by the time that we get there, it will be 1650, 1670-ish. All right, but $14 through is must. All right, and what else we have there? What other stocks we have? DD I went over. So guys, with this, I think I'll end it fast because I want to do some things pre-market before I open my platform. But just manage indexes. Yes, they look extended, but again, they're very strong. All right. Our session from last night. Thank you for all the people that attended. Right, we had 50 premium members attend, and we'll post that today. And that's it. Don't chase, no FOMO, manage. God bless you guys in the chat.